Well, Koperniak 1 for 3 on the day, singled back in the first. Is that pitch driven nicely into left center field, going back. That ball was going to one-hop the wall as Dunham's going to grab that one right at the 358 sign, but not before a 2-run score on a Matt Koperniak double, and the lead is now 6-0.
So Dye having to work a little bit here, the 48th pitch of his outing coming. That one's lined into left center field. That's going to be a base hit. That ball's going to get by the center fielder, Popa, and on the second goes Noah Sue. So Noah Sue in his first at-bat for the Mountaineers, a line drive into left center field, an RBI double. Mountaineers now lead 2-0.
Morton on the day, 0 for 1. Popped out to third in foul territory his first time up. That one's driven deep to center field. Dylan Morton knows that's gone. That's way out of here. Well, Dylan Morton did a little strut and watch that one fly. A no-doubter to center field. It's 4-0 Waves.
And the 2-2. That one's driven deep to left field. He got it. That ball is gone. Trey Hall knew he got that one the second he hit it. His first home run of the season, and that gives the Mountaineers a 5-4 lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. The 1-1, that one's driven deep to right field. Going back is Callaway. That ball is gone! Austin Maysell with a walk-off home run to win it for the Mountaineers. I was just about to say Maysell had 4 home runs at Holy Cross this year. His first of the year, a walk-off job, and the Mountaineers take this one from Winnipesaukee, 3-2.
And the breaking ball called strike 3 as Matthew again thought that pitch was going to miss outside, but instead it clips that low outside corner. A great pitch there from Jake Walker to get out of the inning. The Swamp Bats do get one back after the error from Casey Dana. Will Wagner, a nice little RBI single up the middle, cuts the Waves lead now to 4-1. We're going to head to the top half of the 7th inning with that score. Waves leading 4-1. You're listening to Keene Swamp Bats baseball on FM 102.3 and AM 1220 Fox Sports Keene. As the 1-1 lined up the middle, a nice running play there from Souza. I thought Vargas was going to sneak that one out, but Souza shaded up the middle and makes a nice running grab on a line drive. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th after another 1-2-3 inning. North Adams leads 3-0.
What's up, Waves fans? Andrew Whalen here. I've made the long trip up to Montpelier, Vermont. Don't worry, I was actually the broadcaster here last year. I'm full switch. I'm over with the Waves this year. Good matchup tonight. A doubleheader between the Waves and the Mountaineers. First pitch scheduled for 6:30. Nice pitching matchup, too. Nick Robinson going to take the mound for the Waves last time out against Sanford. Pitched 5 innings, didn't pick up decision, only gave up 1 run on 2 hits, punched out 6, a 1.8 ERA. A great way to start the season. He's going to look to have another good start tonight against a good Vermont Mountaineers team. That's 1-4 straight in a row. Hopefully we can snap that streak tonight. First pitch scheduled for 6:30. We're going to have Tim Joyce and Quentin Pelzel on the call on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Until then, we'll catch you later. Hey everyone, Andrew Whalen back here with this next title surge report. I'm going to be joined with the Waves outfielder, Joe Simone. Joe, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Oh, I'm great. It's a beautiful day for baseball here. Big day coming up against the Danbury Westerners. So far, good start to the season for you. Over 400 through 9 games now. What's been your biggest success? What do you think have you changed from school year to this year so far? You were around the winning team last year where you guys, end up losing in the NECBL championship, but you've been around the winning culture. 3-6, not a great start, but what have you seen, in your 4 games here that have been encouraging to you? You're a big guy. How do you feel being the guy that gets leaned on when there's going to be a brawl in the season? Because you're going to be the first one thrown out there and kind of in the mix. So I know we had talked to you on one of the pregame shows a couple games ago, but just tell me, how does it feel to be back in SK this summer? Switching gears, as an experienced vet in the Southern Rhode Island area, how did you spend the off day yesterday? So one other big piece, and I know I was talking to you before the game, you changed your walk-up.
Yeah.
I was giving you a little bit of, crap because I thought it was going to mess with the mojo. It didn't. Do you have anything you want to just rub it in my face a little bit here?
No, man. I just want to say I told you so, man. I told you, just needed a little something different, and it paid off. So, but yeah. Told you so, Andrew.
Fair enough. I'm happy with it. I'm glad it worked out.
It's going to be a new pitcher for the Waves. Nick Robinson's going to exit a little bit earlier than I thought he might. Maybe it's just a pitch count thing. It's not like he was in any trouble, but Jake Walker's going to come in relief of his URI teammate, Nick Robinson. The line's closed on him. 4 fantastic innings, only 2 hits given up, no runs, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. He's going to hand it off to the 6'4 lefty from Milton, Massachusetts, and like I was saying, the University of Rhode Island. So far on the year, Walker has played in 9 games, started 1 of them, 2-1 record, a 3.17 ERA, 17 innings, 18 strikeouts, 11 walks, so not an ideal, strikeout to walk ratio or walks per inning ratio. and 15 hits. So that's not too bad. So we'll see if Walker, early in the year he had those problems with the walks. His first 5 outings he went 2 walks, 3 walks, 1, 3, 1. After that, his last 4, 0, 1, 0, 0. Strikeouts have been there kind of the whole year. So he's going to punch some guys out. He's got kind of an awkward, not awkward, but a little bit of a funky delivery coming from the left side, lanky guy. And he's going to look to put away a lot of these hitters that you were saying. Now I didn't actually look to see how many switch hitters you guys have in the lineup. I know you had mentioned it.
A total of 3. Only one of them is in the lineup tonight. Kevin Welsh is the switch hitter for the Keene Swampets in the order, batting in the 1 spot. As of total, there is Tommy Joseph and Mitchell Golden, who are also switch hitters for the Swampets. So interesting how it works. Mitchell Golden, a returner for the Swampets, came back specifically because of his fantastic 327 average against opponents last year in the NECBL. Made the All-Star game and was a force in the All-Star game too. I believe he was 2 for 4. So for Mitch Golden, has made some spot starts for the Swampets from a player that's coming off a torn labrum, and as a college baseball player, Andrew, I'm sure torn labrum is one of those funky kind of injuries where you never know what's going to happen when you come back from it.
That's just not you hear that word as a pitcher, especially like myself, and it's just you don't want to hear those terms. That's something that you never want to come back from, never want to experience. That ball misses high there, so Logan Matthews staying in the game here. I wasn't sure how exactly it was going to work with now the new pitcher coming in. I didn't even see it. Is Matthew in the field now? That's the other thing I missed.
No, he will be put in as the DH for the Swamp Bats. I believe that's actually how the technicality term goes. Huh. If they really want to, they can switch him into first base, but David Matthews' day would be done.
Okay. See, that's what I wasn't sure. I didn't know we could put him in as the DH. Okay, so he's DHing now. He swings and misses at the 1-0. There's the count now, even at 1 to Matthew. Went down swinging his first time. He chased a high fastball from Robinson. His pitch from Walker's going to miss down, so ahead in the count is Matthew 2-0, or 2-1.
Now, also talking about Walker with that 3.17 ERA, let's just say he goes through this order quickly in the bottom of the 5th. Would we expect to see him go into the 6th, 7th, and possibly 8th?
I don't think he's going to get stretched out too much here. The Waves got some guys in the bullpen as he breaks off a good off-speed pitch there. He hasn't thrown more than 3 innings all year. He threw 3 innings back on June 17th against Danbury. Other than that, it's been kind of 2 innings, 1 1/3, 1 2/3. So I don't expect him to go maybe more than 2 innings or so. They're going to probably get some other guys, some arms. Like we only threw 2 guys in relief last night as that ball's lined down the first baseline, foul. Matthew ahead of a breaking ball there from Walker. So gonna expect it's gonna be some work days, for some guys. I'll probably see. I think it's Monty Horn will be in there. Seamus Brazil. I know you were talking about him. He has the best ERA in the team so far in 5 appearances. I think Shrek's gonna get out there for an inning. He's 6'9", so we all call him Shrek.
Does he sound like Michael Myers?
Not that I heard, but I haven't heard him say donkey get out my swamp, so I don't know for sure. As the count's now full as Matthew spits on a breaking ball there.
Well, for your media relations intern, you better have him just once. Do a video of him say that and just see what happens. And if it sounds like Mike Myers, well, you know what? He's just officially Shrek.
That's actually my job, so that's a very good idea. Here's the payoff. The ball smoked into right field, and on the run is Nick Ellison. Makes a nice play. Tracking down that line drive from Logan Matthews. It was almost like a heat-seeking missile going right to the back of his glove as Ellison gets the first out of the inning.
And for Matthew, that's one of those plays where if you're Logan Matthew, a very humble player, just tip your helmet to the right fielder. That's one of those plays where he thought he had a base hit. If that went past the glove of the right fielder, that was Nick Ellison, that would have been possibly a double for the left-hander and probably would have put him in scoring position. But for Ellison, robs him of a hit, and for pitcher Jake Walker, that's a great sigh of relief.
Yeah, absolutely. That ball was hit very well. You just thank God that your right fielder out there has got some range as the pitch misses down to David Matthews. And I'm surprised that Ellison's playing as far off the line in right field as he is, especially with the way this field is, where the fence pretty much goes like straight across, I'd say. There's not much of a curve in the fence, as it's 354 down the line as the pitch misses up there to Matthews, so 2-0. He's playing pretty straight away and right, almost shaded toward right center. He was able, I think if he's straight away a little bit more toward the line, he doesn't make that catch. But I guess that's all on the positioning and the scouting there, as Ellison was in the right spot at the right time.
It's just a lot of times for outfielders, especially with line drives, it's just about taking the right arc off the ball. If you can get around it, usually it's around a 30 to 35 degree angle, get a good placement of where the ball is. Whether you're jumping in the air to get the ball or usually bending over, sometimes it's all about just that perfect placement of where your glove is.
As we see Walker fall behind here, his 3-0 is swinging there, chopped down the line. Xavier Vargas, an easy play there. We saw David Matthews get the green light on 3-0. He got his pitch, and he rolled it over to first base. Not what you want to see out of your 7-hitter right there, you're just looking for guys on base at this point.
And for Matthews, that's one of those at-bats where I think he gets a little bit, probably very frustrated at himself, because there's a 3-0 count, a fastball from the left-hander, lefty-on-lefty matchup. Matthew, the bat was just a little bit too early, hit off the end of the bat, rolled over into Xavier Vargas's glove at first, and for any CBL All-Star worthy first baseman, just was going to make the play regardless, especially in fair territory.
As the pitch to Seth Cadell misses down, yeah, the ball's not getting by Xavier Vargas if you give him 100 of those, but I just think if you're David Matthews there, you can't be swinging when you need base runners here. You're down 3 in the bottom of the 5th. I know it's not panic mode yet in the game. It's not like it's the last inning, you're down 9, but you need base runners here. You got to try to get this lead, erased or at least chipped as quickly as you can as count out 2-0 on the catcher Cadell.
And for Matthews, it's one of those things where it's a good learning experience. If he had made good contact with it, especially in a 3-0 count, he usually wants it to be lined into right field, almost a guaranteed base hit at that point. But for a left-hander, he goes down off of 4 total pitches and was up a 3-0 count at one point.
Well, if I have to tell you, as the count's now 3-0, I don't think Cadell's swinging at this one. I think he's going to learn, and he'll most likely take this pitch from Walker, who's, the last 6 of his last 7 pitches have been balls, and Matthews helped him by rolling over instead of making him throw a couple more. So we'll see what the decision is here with Andrew McNeil waiting on deck. Cadell 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to third his first time up. And he squares the bunt. He's going to pull that one back, and it misses. As Cristino thought he got the frame there, and he's got a couple more words there for Brian Barry. As down to first goes Seth Cadell. Well, that'll bring up the 9-hitter McNeil, so I think I might have cut you off there, Justin.
No worries. But actually, interesting enough, the Keene order with Seth Cadell walking, and this one hurts. This is the first batter that has got on base, whether by base hit or hit by pitch or walk, in the past 8 batters.
Yes.
So Nick Robinson mowed down the order, and now the Swampettes with Seth Cadell on first and Andrew McNeil in the box will look to start some sort of rally and possibly cut their deficit, if not possibly tie the ball game.
Well, McNeil was the last guy to get on base. Robinson clipped him with a fastball on the inside. He took the hit by pitch as Walker snaps off a good breaking ball there. That lefty-on-lefty breaking ball from Jake Walker, just so tough. We saw Matthew have a little bit of problems with it. It's just, there's not much you can do the way he's kind of throwing. Just that lefty-lefty, the lanky guy, the tall guy, coming from kind of that, the high 3/4, just breaking off a good curveball that starts at your head and ends up, front door at the knees. As he throws a fastball there, it's going to be up the middle for a base hit. Good job there from McNeil to stay on the fastball. As advancing to second base is Cadell, first and second for the leadoff hitter, Kevin Welsh, who is going to turn around and hit from the right side of the plate for this at-bat. So we'll see if that messes with him at all, as he took the first 2 at-bats lefty against Nick Robinson. Now facing the lefty Jake Walker, he'll flip around and get that advantage, the righty-on-lefty matchup now.
So the Swampettes now a man in scoring position. Seth Cadell on second, Andrew McNeil with a single. That is the first hit since the first inning for the Swampettes. So just goes to show you how dangerous Nick Robinson was against the Swampat order, and Kevin Welsh looking to get the first run aboard for the Swampettes.
As Walker delivers a breaking ball in the dirt, Cristino not able to keep that one in front. Both runners are going to advance on what I think will be a wild pitch there from Jake Walker to spike the breaking ball in the dirt. Well, when Walker's curveball's on, it's nasty. When it's off, it leads to free bases, and unfortunately for him, he just put 2 runners in scoring position now for the leadoff hitter who's hitting 350. 380, excuse me. My bad, I didn't mean to cut off 30 points there from Kevin Welsh's average. He's 1 for 2 on the day, singled back in the first inning, the first pitch of the game, rifled it into right field for a base hit, also flew out to center field his last time up. As Walker hits the outside corner with a fastball there, so the count now 1-1 on the Rutgers University shortstop from Columbus, New Jersey.
Interesting enough, I've said this a couple times, and I say it because you're just a broadcaster I haven't dealt with yet as of today's game. He actually played against me in high school and batted .467 his senior year.
As that one skied into center field, Joe Simone a couple steps in, and he'll catch that one in medium deep center field for the 3rd out of the inning. I'll let you finish that story when we come back. It's going to be the top of the 6th here. The Waves lead 3-0 over the Keene Swampettes. You're listening to Swampettes Baseball on FM 102.3 AM 1220, Fox Sports Keene.